Hi everyone, this is Flying Fireman from Oryxsim, and this is actually the continuation of part 1, which I posted about a year back now, for creating ground textures for Microsoft Flight Simulator in 2004 and Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Today we're gonna briefly talk about exporting the objects for use to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and also I'm gonna discuss the layers in which order you're gonna place them into Flight Simulator. Right here I have the base plane from my most recent scenery, Muscat International Airport, available to the market. And what I'm essentially gonna do right now is I'm going to export it. It is already corrected to the correct size as I have been using it already in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And first we're gonna go to the FS Tools menu, which should be visible in the FSX Gamepack Gmax. And first we're going to go to the LOD name tool, and we're going to create a new GUID for this. And we're going to call it MCT ground backup, doesn't really matter. And we have this GUID is necessary in order to export it from the FSX Gamepack. It's quite funny actually, because we're only actually using it because it enables it to display in Microsoft Flight Simulator X. But we're going to use the Flight Simulator 2002 Gamepack down from here, so I'm just going to export it right now. And then I'm going to place it in the folder of Model Converter X, which is going to reverse engineer it for us from the MDL file that's Microsoft Flight Simulator FSX Gamepack creates for us. Right here you get all sorts of options, and now it's exported already. It's really not that much of a hassle, considering it's only one big plane, so it's only a few kilobytes big. As you see here, it's only 2 kilobytes. And we see the plane here. Wait, this is the wrong one, sorry. This one should be it. And we're gonna export it again, and we're gonna save it as an X file. And I'm just gonna put it already in the Gmax Gamepack FS2004 folder, so that we're ready to go already. So right now it's exported as an .x file, so basically we have reverse engineered it from an FSX file back to an X file, which can be used for the FS2002 Gamepack. And that also enables us to start layering things. So right now here's the MakeMDL for the FS2002 Gamepack. This one is actually available for public use, although the Gmax Gamepack itself is only available in the FS2002 Professional Edition. So you might want to check it out even if you don't possess the FS2002 Professional disc. I'm not so entirely sure though whether the BGLC compiler that is included in the Gmax FS2002 Gamepack is included in the MakeMDL SDK. I have to check that out for you. Just a couple of things. The scenery here shows the heading and the distance where it will be visible from, and it's very important to tick the keep files box here under the options, because we're gonna edit that to make sure that everything displays properly. Right here there's also the crash box, and this one needs to be unticked, because otherwise you will get all sorts of crash reports while you're taxiing around on your airport. And right now we're just going to export it, and we have the BGL file for you. And this is ZTape modify. So here we have the files for you that we are only going to focus on the MCT ground backup.asm file, and we're particularly going to focus on this section here. And the code that you need to replace with, I don't know it off the top of my head, is available on FS2004.com, and in this case I'm just gonna rip it out of one of the other files that I have, just solely for convenience. And I'm just gonna explain. Oh, something wrong there. I'm just gonna explain what we see here. This is just the object call. This is the image complexity, and which it shows. Now it's just keeping it to 2. Don't edit this number here on the right hand side. And then this is actually where you see. This is actually the part that indicates that it's a ground texture, and we're gonna layer it. And for the time being, as just putting it on 20. I know this is the base layer, so it should be in fact 8, as it's, and from there it increases with increments of 4. But I work a little bit differently, which I'm gonna explain later on with alpha channels. So there's actually gonna be stuff below the base layer, and so I suggest putting 20 in here. And from here, you can just save it and compile it with BGLC.ax available in the Gamepack. So that's exporting for you, and then it should just work all fine in Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's only one additional thing that you need to do, is that the textures you're using need to be converted, because in the normal situation you're using in Gmax 24-bit textures, and you will actually see gray areas in Microsoft Flight Simulator if you use 24 bits there. So we're going to convert it for use in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I really recommend doing it into 32 bits. This is just a random texture, and this is the XT BMP, which is really useful for this purpose. And you're just gonna save it as an extended 32-bit 888-8 texture. You can also do DXT3 if you want to, but I personally recommend doing a 32-bit texture. And here's one extra little note for you. I said it was all ready to go. Just one extra thing for the placement of this file. It should be placed in your Flight Simulator directory /add-on scenery, and then the scenery files should just go in the scenery folder, and your texture should go in the texture folder. You also have the option of creating your own folder for your scenery. It's really at your discretion. As you're starting development, it's not really that important, and I just recommend putting it into the add-on scenery folder.